Hello there. So you just received your Seint makeup and you're probably like, well, now what? What do I do? First, you're going to get everything out of the package and you're going to notice that you got the tins like this. And so you're just going to slide it off. It really couldn't be simpler. And then you're going to take your palette and you're just going to, they're magnetic. Everything's magnetic. So you're just going to pop it in like that. And they'll stay. So I recommend putting them in order. Here's my palette. And so put them in the order that you will use them. So I always start with a contour first. So I put my contour and then these are my 3 different shades of highlight. I use 3. So you may just have gotten 2. So put your darkest one and then your lightest one, just like that. And then hopefully if you've got eyeshadows, then you'll be able to put them in the second half of your palette, just like that. And you know, you'll be able to put your lip and cheek here as well. And then you should have room to get some more in the future. Okay, so now you got these colors and hopefully you got a brush. This is our 3D brush. This one I use a lot. It's nice, and you'll notice that it's denser than a lot of brushes that that you may have or that you're used to, and that is because cream makeup needs to have a little denser brush. Okay, so I like this side for getting in to the smaller areas, like around my eye, around my nose. And then this I use to blend everything else. And then you can wipe it off in between so that you can, you know, I always start, as I go along, you'll see what I mean, but I always start with my lightest colors first, and then I hit my darkest colors last, so that you're not, you know, doing the dark and then putting the dark here where it shouldn't be. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do it is just to start with your fingers. And so I am going to grab up my contour. Now, this is a different concept. You know, I'm sure one that is going to be very new to you, and it will take a little bit of practice. But you should get the hang of it, really, in not a lot of time. All right, so I'm putting my contour, and I am putting my contour right underneath my bone. Now, if you feel like, I do have kind of prominent cheekbones, so if you feel like maybe yours aren't so prominent, and you can go ahead and just put it right on top of that bone, and then that's going to give you the illusion, you know, it's going to give you a little lift and give you a little bit of illusion that you got even more of a cheekbone there. Okay, so put that there, and then you're going to put some right at your jawline, and I'm just going to kind of go like this so you can see. So you're just going to put it right at the jawline. And if you know, you remember that if you've seen any of my videos, tutorials, the contour, you know, they're more ashy. They're dark in color because what we're doing is we are creating an illusion here. We're creating an illusion of shadow. And when there's shadow, where there's shadow, of course, you know, we're going to, and I'm just going to dot this on real quick. So wherever we are shadowing in, there's always going to be lightness. So that's what we're drawing the attention to. You think of it like this way. We're putting the shadow around like this, and so we want all that light to be focused right here in the center of our face, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you can, if you'd like, now not everybody does this, but you can go in, contour your nose a little bit, just a real thin line is all we're doing. Again, creating shadow. So if you have like a little bit of a larger nose and you like to make it a little thinner, well, that's what that contour is for. Okay. You can also put a little bit here, creating shadow, which makes everything above it appear larger. All right. Put a little bit here if you'd like, right in that, the crevice of that Cupid's bow. All right, so that's just about it when it comes to the contour. All right, so we're going to move on, and now we're going to take your darkest highlight color, and now what this is going to do, we call them highlights, you know, other people call them foundations, right? That's what the traditional term is. And so you're going to take the one that is the darkest in your palette, and we are going to put it on with our finger. I'm just going to, because I think it's easier, especially when you're first beginning. And you're going to put it on areas that are distractions that you'd like to get rid of. So anywhere where you have melasma, you know, the darkness here, you know, around our nose, maybe you have some redness on your chin, or any, you know, maybe some scarring, whatever you have that you would like, that is distracting to you, that you want to get rid of. So here we go. Maybe we should do this together too. I think that's a good idea. Now I have some melasma here that right on the sides of my face that drives me crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up. Now, I have put a little color correction over top of them first. You can see it's a little bit pink. So that just helps me to disguise mine just a little bit more. Okay, but that we'll talk about that another time. But so go ahead and just put that just a little bit. Remember, a little bit goes a long way. This is very highly pigmented. Very highly pigmented. So, you know, a little goes a long way. And so, you know, we want this to last for, you know, a long time. And you don't really need a lot. And that's what you're going to see with this makeup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some on my chin. Again, I'm using my darkest color because dark covers dark. Now see, we're used to using, you know, we think, oh, smear on the lightest stuff here, the better. But see, as our skin matures, especially, you know, we're just calling, you know, emphasis there, drawing attention right there as that's settling into fine lines and creases and everything. And we don't want that. So the darker, the better. And you see how I covered that little bit? I did not even put it down in that well. I just covered right there because I have some blue veins there, a little bit of darkness. And we're going to see how we can, for the mature, you know, face that's more mature, we're going to see how I'm going to blend that out so as to not, you know, call attention to those fine lines there. Okay, so get a little bit of a darkness there that I like to cover, and because it's so light here, I'm pretty light right there. I'm using my lightest highlight color just to pop that on. Okay, now, so I think that's about it for the dark. All right, so now we're going to take that lightest color that we use, the lightest highlight color, and we're going to put that everywhere else. But you know what? I'm going to stop right there, and I am going to put on my blush. And I'm going to put that where it needs to be because I want us to see how, you know, how we, you know, this makeup is really, we're not layering it on like we traditionally do, right? You know, so it's not gonna be foundation and then we're loading on our stick that we use here. I can't even think what it's called. And then putting the powder on and then piling our contour on top of that and our blush and everything. So that's what we're used to, right? Now, what I'm showing you, everything has a place, and we're not layering much of anything, unless, like I said, you have a little color correction that you would like to do. And that just means that it's a little harder to cover. So we're just trying to neutralize that out a little bit, and then going back in with our color. Okay, so then I'm just going to put my lighter color here. Putting my lighter color right up here. Down my nose. A little bit here. And remember, so it's going to go everywhere else that you have not put anything else. Okay. And I think that's pretty good. All right, see? A little bit there. Okay, that's it. So now, and then you can always go back and grab a little bit more if you think, oh, I could use a little bit more there. Okay, so I'm going to start with my lightest. And I generally start in the corners of my eyes. All right, and so I'm going to grab that up, and I'm just pouncing. I'm just pouncing is all I'm doing. We're not, no smearing, nothing like that. Pouncing. Or stippling, I guess, is another way we can use it. Okay, and see then how I'm just covering that area, and with not a lot of product. Okay, I'm going to go around my nose, over to this side. All right, so it's just covering, and right in here I like to give myself a little lift. We can come back there and do a little bit more of that. See, it's covering all that. How nice that covered that darkness under my eye, right? And around my nose, I had some red. I do get red, a little bit of red there. All right, so then I'm going to go in here. And I'm pouncing or stippling. I kind of like that. Okay. Just around my chin and right through here. Okay, we're going to stop it at the dark. We're not going to be doing the dark just yet. The darker colors as in my blush or the contour. We'll do that last. Okay, so you see how easy that was. And it's pretty nice. Let me get my, I guess I don't have it here, okay. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I think I got. Okay. Okay, so at this point, yeah, you could go in and grab a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of my lighter color, and I'm going to drag that up. And create a little bit of a lift at your eye there. Clean up your eyeliner. It also cleans up your eyeliner. Okay, I think that looks good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Let me use this mirror. Yeah. I think that looks good. Okay, but as I said, you can always go back in and pick up a little bit more, even right on your brush. But, again, a little goes a long way. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, I'm going to flip, I'm going to continue to use this one, and I'm going to hit that contour now. Okay, what we're doing here though, here I guess I'm doing a little bit of a stipple motion, but also a little bit of sweeping up. We kind of want to just sweep up on that contour. We don't, want it down any farther. So we want to, as we're blending, sweep up a little bit. Kind of still stippling though, we're not rubbing it all over. And then you want to make sure you don't forget your neck. Okay. You're going to blend down into your neck. Now I'll kind of go like this so you can see. Okay. Blend it down on your neck just a little bit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this. Now you want to make sure here we're just going to pounce and, you know, get it up into that hairline a little bit, because we don't want to see, you know, we're creating shadow, right? So we want all that white to be gone. Okay, so just stipple into the, all right, so you see how you created, fix my hair a little bit. You have that shadow there, and we're drawing attention here, the light. Now, as you go along, you can, you'll learn, you get it look like a hand for it, you know how much you want. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more on. But to start off, you know, you might just want a light hand. And, but you'll get a feel for it. Like I said, the longer you use the makeup and, okay. The longer you use it, you know, you'll get a feel for it. So, okay, so now let's go in with our blush, and I may want to grab a little bit more. So, and we're going to just gently wipe off our brush. Now, something I would recommend is our brush cleaner. It lasts a long time. It is like a little bit expensive, you think, but it is an amazing brush cleaner. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it as I'm just go ahead and I'm pouncing this on. Blending it in, blending it up. Remember, as we get older, we want to lift it right through there. So let's keep it high on the cheekbone. We don't really need to bring it down here. Okay, so the brush cleaner, I mean, it cleans beautifully the brush, it sanitizes the brush, and it also conditions the brush. It has neem oil in it, and so it is beautiful. And then you just clean off the brush, and then you're ready to go. You can use it right away. It's not wet. So it is an amazing brush cleaner. So if you're interested in that, you know, you could just find that link. You can find it right in the link in bio, you know, just right where you ordered the makeup. Okay, so there you go. So that is it. It's that simple. And like I said, it will take a little bit of time because it is new. It is definitely a new product. So you want, you know, just give it a little bit of time as you go. Just play in it. Have fun though. Don't stress about it. Just have fun. And if you have any questions, reach out to me and I certainly will help. Bye.